Good morning, it's Pastor Bob Grenier from Calvary Chapel in Visalia, California. In the book of 2 Peter, in chapter 3, we're told what we know. We're instructed as to knowing what to do in light of what we know is coming. In other words, knowing what to do now in light of what is coming in the future. Here's what Peter says in that 3rd chapter, verses 10 through 12. He says, "But the day of the Lord will come as a thief in the night, in which the heavens will pass away with a great noise, and the elements will melt with fervent heat. Both the earth and the works that are in it will be burned up. Therefore, since all these things will be dissolved, what manner of persons ought you to be in holy conduct and godliness, looking for and hastening the coming of the day of God, because of which the heavens will be dissolved, being on fire, and the elements will melt with fervent heat." So knowing what to do is what is told us here, and that knowing what to do is based on our knowing what is coming into the world. God, through Peter, gives us detailed instruction as to what to do in light of what's going to happen. The context here is that the false teachers were scoffing or mocking at the teaching that judgment was coming upon the world. And what Peter does is he lays out the facts surrounding what is called the day of the Lord, or the time of the end, that period when God is going to bring judgment on the world. The first thing we're told about it is that it's going to come suddenly and unexpectedly, like a thief in the night. You know, no one expects a thief to come, and when they do come, they usually come when everyone is asleep. So judgment's going to come on the world very suddenly. And when it does come, we're told a number of things will happen. First of all, the heavens that we see that are around us will pass away with a great noise. They're going to just disappear. Secondly, the elements will melt with a fervent heat. And then finally, both the earth and the works that are in it are going to be burned up. Basically, everything that God has created, all that we can see around us and the globe that we live on, will be gone. And so what Peter does now at this point in his letter is to bring some application, and that is, well, how should we be living in light of what we know is coming? Since all of these things, the heavens, the earth, the elements, are all going to be dissolved or destroyed, he asks this question: what manner of persons ought you to be? And then he answers it in holy conduct and godliness. So he states the fact of what's coming, asks the question of how we ought to live, and gives us the answer in 2 biblical principles. First of all, holy conduct and godliness. So just looking at the subject of holy conduct for a moment, what that means is it's speaking of someone whose life is set apart to God for his exclusive use. So what he's saying here is that you as a Christian should set your life apart to God for his exclusive use. In other words, your life belongs to him, you're serving him, you're here to do what he wants to do in and through your life. It's the consecration of your life and then of your conduct day to day towards him. Godliness simply means the attitude and the actions of a person who is a God-fearing individual. He also tells us that we're to be looking for and hastening the coming of the day of the Lord. That means to expect it, expecting it to come, living with that expectant eagerness about what the Lord is going to do. Waiting for is the idea. Hastening is to desire it earnestly. So waiting for the Lord to come, wanting the Lord to come. And that's the way that we should be living. So what a wonderful chapter this 3rd chapter is. I pray that it's been a blessing to you as much as it has to me. We have a few more studies left in it, and then next week we'll be off into the book of 1 John. But may the Lord richly bless you today. God bless you. Bye-bye.